Hey gang, Bison here. It's another rainy day over at Bison headquarters. We've so far been getting rain every few days now, rain overnight. You know, it's been cold in the 40s, and we get the one day like yesterday, which was in the 60s, and it's beautiful, and now it stinks, so there's limited opportunities to get outside and do stuff. Been trying to clean up a bit in the back, make a sitting area for my wife and I, and clearing out the woods. So I watch a lot of bushcraft videos, and I enjoy doing some videos outside, and in lieu of dragging out tables, if I'm doing something small and I want to work outside, I've got this stump up here. I guess we can call it a stump or a small log, whatever you want to call it. What I'm going to do is take the orbital sander, kind of level out the top a bit. It goes up at an angle and it's not smooth, so I'm going to smooth it out, and I'm going to sand around the edges here to kind of bevel it or round it a bit. And then I'm going to get a couple cans of poly, clear satin, indoor outdoor, and just spray it around the top and the bottom and all around the sides to seal it a bit, so it'll weatherproof it a little bit if it gets wet. I'm really not going to leave it outside. I'll drag it in the garage and drag it out when I do videos. I may put some casters on the bottom, little wheels, or some little stands. It is heavy. I have a hand truck to drag it out. And this monster on the bottom, I may just hit it a little bit at another point with some more poly and just leave it as is. This top one is like a freshly cut pine tree, and I want to keep it preserved because I like the look of the bark. Pretty sure I said that before. But the bottom one I found was like pretty much garbage, and it's beat up, so I'll scrape off the little piece of bark that remains on the right side. Maybe give it a once over, spray it, and this may live out in the woods because in addition to clearing out a little seating area, I'm going to go deeper in and have an area in the woods that I'll just do videos and stuff out there at some point. So let's get started with this. This is not an exciting video. It's a crappy day, so I'm just going to go over the top. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm making a cup of tea. You want a cup of coffee?
No thanks, sweetheart. I have a Zima.
Oh, boy.
I'm drinking as you married a 90s girl.
Hey.
Yeah, babe.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Love you. It's alright. Cat's out of the bag. Yes, there's Zima. This came out limited release. I think 2 summers ago. I ordered a bunch of cases. And now that we're in this little apocalypse, gotta break into it. You know, one sip at a time. Alright gang, so we're gonna start sanding the top. Put the Zima down, get my gloves, get the goggles, get everything plugged in. I'm gonna set up a little fan just to kind of keep the sawdust going out, even though there's a dust bag on it, but we'll see. Alright, that took about an hour with some changes of paper, and it's a lot better. I'm happier with it now. It's smoother, it's a lot more flush. I am going to go over it a little more with a finer grit and then flip it and do the bottom, but you know, it's starting to rain harder, and it's a little too much dust. I had to get the leaf blower to blow out some of the dust. So hopefully when it stops raining later, or maybe tomorrow, I'll drag it out, finish off the top, do the bottom, and then we'll put some poly. Alright, stand by. Alright gang, today's day 2, spent between yesterday and today, probably about a grand total of 2 hours sanding the top, which is actually on the bottom now. And the bottom is what you're looking at. So I'm going to hit the bottom and all the sides with some poly, give it 1 or 2 coats. I got about 3 cans, and then we'll let it dry, and then we'll do the actual top once the rest of it's dry. So hopefully that once it's all dry, it's going to be a little more preserved, and the bark won't come off. Alright, so let's see what happens. Fan back on. Alright gang, so this is like day 3 or something now of me working on this. It's still terrible weather outside. I already gave it a can or 2 cans worth of poly. I did the bottom first, let that dry, flipped it over, did the top. I don't know if you can see how it has a little bit of a luster to it. The top obviously will get beat up in time with video reviews, but the side has a nice, it's hard to see in the camera, but in person it's like a little almost plasticky. It's starting to look a little artificial with all the coats I put on it. But I've been trying to get in like all the grooves with the spray, just so it's it's solid. I mean, it feels plasticky now to touch it. It's funny. It's very smooth. But I'm going to give her one more coat, and then that's it. And then we'll use this for future videos. And I've got some other things I want to talk about coming up, like some of my Jeff White bushcraft knives, and I also wanted to make a baton from a tree, so I have a baton all the time with my bushcraft kit. So let's put a little more spray on this, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright gang, thanks for watching. Bison out. The wind starts kicking up as soon as you do anything.